Hello, beautiful people. My name is Athol, and this is Relationship Momentum. So today I'm going to follow on pretty closely from the video I did yesterday, and I can do the link in the description below if you want to go watch that one. But basically, what I want to talk about in really specific is what relationships look like when one person is a really firm yes in terms of finding their partner dateable, and the other partner is pretty much a maybe in finding their partner dateable. So yesterday I talked about 6 possible combinations. Today I'm just going to focus really tightly on that yes, maybe relationship. And both men and women can do any of these things that I'm talking about, but some of them are sort of more stereotypical, the things the guys do, and some of them are a little more stereotypical, the things the woman do. So let's get into it. So let's take the case where the guy is a yes he loves her, yes he likes her, yes he would date her again, yes he really likes this relationship, and she is a maybe. She's starting to fall out of love, it's kind of sort of okay, and she's becoming a slightly more disinterested in the whole thing. One of the most classic things to happen with these relationships is she's signaling that she's hit that maybe state, and he is totally oblivious to what she is trying to communicate. Because from his point of view, well, there's still some sex, there's food on the table, the house is standing, the kids are basically okay, everything is great. I feel good about this relationship. I like you, everything is good. Therefore, you're happy too. I'm pretty sure. And this is a really, really common scenario where I think the problem is that the woman tends to signal just a little too weakly and the guy just doesn't quite get it. And I think there's an innate thing with guys where they sometimes just don't listen to women all that well. And some of the most surprised and shocked and genuinely horrified guys I've ever coached or talked to are the ones that have suddenly found their relationship has fallen all the way to where they are a yes and she is now becoming more and more of a hard no, because they've missed all her signaling all the way along, and now things are genuinely bad, and they finally get the message that she is truly unhappy, but we're starting to get into that point of no return zone almost. So I think some of the problems with this is that the women don't necessarily signal loud enough or strongly enough that the guys start realizing, okay, there's something really going on here. So let's talk about another scenario, which is where that the guy has become a maybe and the woman is still a yes. Yes, she's into him and he's kind of starting to waffle a little bit on her. One of the most common things in this scenario is the wife or girlfriend starts ramping up just endless demands and poking and testing and begging and pleading that he starts verbalizing that he is a yes and that he starts acting like he is a yes. Basically, it's the whole verbal diarrhea thing of, I need you to do this, you must do that, you must act this way. And it can really feel just like nitpicking, and it's nag, 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 nag. And like I've said in the past, if nagging actually worked, imagine how wonderful the world would be. And very often it is, she can get some sort of short-term responses from him that she likes, but typically it just doesn't work, and he becomes slowly less and less interested over time. And obviously both men and women can do this, but this is more of a stereotypical girl thing to do. The other thing, and I think that, and both men and women very much do this, is when they're a yes and they realize their partner is turning into a maybe, they pick up on the signal and they're worried by it, and they start doubling down on everything that they're really good at in relationships and stop doing the things that they are not so good at in relationships. So the nice guys and the good girls become even nicer and even gooder, that's not a word, even better, trying to do the thing they think is going to work to turn their partner from a maybe to a yes. And very often what this does is they just are doubling down on the things they're good at. They were already getting all the points they were going to get in the world from doing it in the first place, and now doing it twice as hard, twice as much, gets them no greater value. And they start withdrawing and stopping doing the things that are actually probably potentially lacking from the relationship. And there's this very sad thing where people can work incredibly, incredibly hard trying to fix things, trying to change their partners maybe to a yes, and you're just doing more of the things that they are not particularly interested in or don't particularly care about, and you start neglecting some of the things that they really want. So this is the one where the guy who is really good at building an income but is not in the greatest physical shape. The wife is a maybe. He thinks, oh my God, I've really got to do my thing. He works harder, works longer hours, makes more money, and gets slowly worse and worse shape. Gets fatter, gets lazier, turns into more of a slug. The extra money does nothing to make her want him anymore, and he just becomes increasingly physically unattractive. The wife that thinks the thing that the husband really likes is a perfectly clean house and all the things happening perfectly with the children and a schedule all organized and the laundry all done, well, she doubles down on that. And the thing that he's really looking for is some sort of sexual connection or her paying real close attention to the way she looks. And she just doubles down on turning herself into the house chore woman. It's more of the things that he's kind of okay with, but less of the things he's actually looking for. So this is a super common problem where people double down on the things that they think are working and start neglecting the things that aren't working. So I think those are some 3 really common scenarios. Sometimes people are just oblivious to the fact that their partner's become a maybe. Sometimes they just want to nag the hell out of them to act like it's a yes. And sometimes they just double down on the things that are not particularly working to create that attraction, create that spark. And it can be very, very frustrating as people work that hard. So that's about it for today. If this is something that you're seeing in yourself, leave a comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And I will talk to you soon.